What's up, YouTube? eRoute212 here with another video. So what time is it? It's that time again. Time for the back nine. And wait till you see today's topic, because we're going to be talking about something you should all be looking at immediately. All right, topic of the day, San Diego Comic-Con. What news is Marvel going to release? What books should you be getting before that news is released? Books are going to get hot. It happens every year. This year shall be no exception. Hall H, I believe it is open again for the first time since COVID. And there's going to be some big announcements and a lot of excitement. Big shout out to my man, Ben C, for putting this up here and letting me do this. Check out CBSI's website, because that's where all of this information and a plethora of other stuff is in there. Link in the description for that. Also, big shout out to my man Phil from Vintage Comics and Toys for putting all of this together, compiling all of this information. Both of those gentlemen are on Whatnot. Check them out on Whatnot. Speaking of Whatnot, tonight, 8 o'clock, I'm going to be doing a sale. Not a pop-up, but it's kind of, you know what, I really didn't announce it. I just decided I wanted to get some books out to you guys. Next week, Slabapalooza. 50 slabs are going up for sale. Be there, because there's going to be some great books there. Next Thursday, at 8 o'clock. There's a link in the description for my Whatnot account. Use that link for your first time. You get $10 off your first purchase. So you know what? Enough about me. Let's get into the books. Let's see what my man Phil has to say here, because I think there's some good stuff here. All right. So Phil goes, San Diego Comic-Con is coming this week, and we want to give our take on what the best buys are before the con starts. Marvel is back in Hall H this year, and many are anticipating new announcements and castings for Phase 4 and beyond. Let us know what you are buying going into San Diego Comic-Con in the comments below. Make sure you check out the website, comment on there. Also on my page right now under this video, leave comments. Let us know what you guys are interested in buying, what books you're looking to get. It helps everybody out. We all figure out, this hobby that we love and see what everybody's buying. You could probably, get a jump start on certain books. So first book we're going to go with is by Van Denby, and he's going with Nova #1, the first Richard Rider. Looks like a good spot for Marvel to give us official confirmation that Nova is coming. Ryan Gosling recently has been rumored for the role, and that has added some fuel to the rumor mill. Regardless, the Nova Corps exists in the MCU. Just got to wait for Nova's MCU appearance. And Nova is coming. Supposedly it's going to be a TV series that leads into a movie. I've been specking on this book for probably 4 years right now. This is one of those Bronze Age books that grows on you. The Nova series itself was okay, but it introduces Richard Rider, who later on in the future, through his Marvel history, becomes one of the most powerful guys and a big catalyst in space Odyssey type of videos with Annihilation and Annihilation Conquest. So a good pick. Van also goes with Submariner #1, The Origin Retold. Already a major book, but a sneak peek at what he looks like in Black Panther will have fans jumping back in the water for this cover. Previously undervalued for a long time, no longer anymore. And you know what, Van? He is absolutely right. This book was undervalued. And the other book that I like is that Iron Man Submariner #1, which predates both of these books before they went on to their solo series. I think that's another great Submariner book to pick up. And Jack Kornblatt goes with one of my favorite picks of all time here right now. I go, you guys know me, you know this is my book. Marvel Point 1 #1, it's the first Sam Alexander. This book has no business being as cheap as it is in general, let alone when the character could be showing up any day in the MCU. Even the much harder to find Bradshaw variant is affordable now. Prices will not stay this low forever. Remember this, we got Kamala Khan, who's an integral part of the Champions. We're going to get Miles Morales somewhere along the line, and the third cog in that wheel is Sam Alexander, the all-new Nova. Those three guys wind up joining the Avengers, leaving the Avengers because of political views, and becoming the Champions, a newly formed champion team, which gets a whole bunch of different people joining that team. Viz, Division's daughter joins that team, and you'll see it's really, really exciting. In this book right now, about a $30 book for the regular cover. Just pay attention to the spine on this. It's a thicker book, and it has a tendency for little splits on it. Peter Renner goes with another Nova pick. He goes with Nova number 2. First meeting of Richard Rider and Sam Alexander. To ride the Nova trade, I'll take the Nova 2 where Sam and Rich actually meet up for the first time. I know first meetups and team-ups are a thing only for a few collectors, but I kind of like this one because of the possibilities. And I particularly like the 1 in 25 incentive variant, though the regular is still a bargain. Yeah, that regular can be found dirt cheap. I like that book, but like he says, it is a niche book. You have to be a guy who likes team-ups. The collector's style of buying books now as to when the MCU first started and compared to now has changed, where we are still buying the keys, but everybody's not buying every single book. There are certain books that do pop, though. First team-ups of certain things like Blade and the Black Knight, things that can lead to a movie. This is something that could do that as well and lead to another movie. All right. And now we're going to go with Ultimate Fantastic Four number 22, the first full Marvel Zombies. That book is really cheap, and if the show is good, watch out. That's right. Marvel Zombies is getting its own spin-off, and it might be the time to buy this book. Also, 21 is the cameo, and 23 is the finale. It's a 3-part series, so you might want to pick all 3 up. They look really nice in the set. Little thicker cardstock on this, so a little sensitive to conditions, but definitely a must read if you are a fan of all of this stuff. Alias number 1, first Jessica Jones. My back pick is Alias number 1. It's partially on emotional pick, as it is my favorite Marvel and Netflix show, which seeing what the actual appearance of Charlie Cox in No Way Home did to the Daredevil keys. Alias number 1 is already trending up in the hopes that she'll be part of Echo, a new Daredevil series, or her own new series. Could 2015 to 2019 Netflix nostalgia propel the book to new highs? Hard to say, and it's uncharted territory. For a less expensive taste, there's always Alias number 2, which has a much smaller census. Maybe someday second appearances will be more than an afterthought, and that comes from Steve Horn. Yeah, I think that's a great pick because there's been heavy speculation that Jessica Jones is going to be coming back to the MCU, hopefully getting her own series. I thought everything about that series was great, including the Purple Man, and her acting was perfect for it. I think Mike Colter should come back as Luke Cage because I thought he did a really good job on there too. But I guess we shall see. And that Alias number 1 is like $100 book only now. It's dirt cheap. Time to grab those books now. Terry Harkness goes with Captain America number 117, the first Falcon. I have a feeling we'll get a leak on Captain America number 4 at San Diego Comic-Con. It's right now a buyer's market for this book. And that's a shame because this and 118 second appearances are just great books. Not a fan of that original costume, but how can you pass up on, the first appearance of the Falcon, especially if they're affordable now? All in on this one. My man Mighty Mel V goes with Invincible Iron Man number 7, the first Riri Williams. Riri showing up in the Mach 1 or in any teaser footage will bring this first appearance back up. Yeah, this book dipped a lot, but it's all books are regulating themselves and settling. Now with this book here, the book you really want to look for also is a third printing, which is a lot tougher to find, and that will have the circular symbol, which will show Riri Williams in the actual cover itself. It's a much lower printed book. Good book for everybody that chases those second and third prints. Good book to have. And that's the cameo. 9 is the first full appearance. Now Phil goes with Sensational She-Hulk number 34, the Vanity Fair homage. Always a desired cover for She-Hulk and has always been a little tough to find. If the CGI turns out all right, and if she has sex appeal, then this one becomes a mainstay for those who collect She-Hulk. And we all know these John Byrne covers. A lot of people collect them. You have the Spider-Man one. You have the Jump Rope one. You have issue 1. They're staples. And they were staples just because of the covers for the longest time. So, and then there's the Pulp Fiction homage. So, there's all different ones. But that's the pick from the crew. Let me know what you guys think of them, because I think there's some real solid picks there. Some books you should definitely be getting. But before I go, let me show you my pick, and I'll tell you why I decided to go with this book, because I think you guys are going to like this book a lot. All right, so I'm going to go with Tomb of Dracula #1. There are rumors circulating that Dracula will be making an appearance in the Blade movie. This already pricey book will just go up more if the announcement is made at San Diego Comic-Con. Probably the best Bronze Age horror book to own, with its iconic Neil Adams cover and interiors by Jerry Conway and Gene Colan. Yes, this book has gotten pricey, but that book has room to grow. It's one of those. It's probably, in my opinion, the best Bronze Age horror. The story is great. The art is great. The covers are great. And there's a bunch of first appearances throughout that series. Remember, that series ran for a long period of time. But enough about me. Leave comments. Let us know what books you guys think are going to pop after San Diego Comic-Con. And check out these videos, because there's some good stuff in these videos here too. Until my next video,